What it do, family? What it do, my kings and queens? What it do, beautiful people? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I hope you're doing good. If you're not doing good, like I always say, things will get better. Like, you know, I didn't know I could hit them notes. But today we'll be reacting to suspects' secret videos. Left suspects' secret videos left detectives sickening. Sickened? Is it sickened or sickened? Sickened. Now, let's get right into it. Y'all get your snacks, your popcorn, your water. Oh, y'all just chill. Let's go.
If she did that once, if she started grinding on you, it would be tough for anybody to stop. I mean, I get it. We're all men, right? But then explain to me why you wouldn't stop her from doing that. Like I said, if one time's a mistake, I get that. But for you to let it continue?
This is 37-year-old Steve Luckett, a resident of Fayetteville, who, in his 3 years in Little Rock, committed the worst of crimes against 5 minors. In this video, you're about to see him lie through his teeth about his accusations and how his crazy...
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times. Shout out Booker T.
Father-daughter story gets destroyed by the interrogator. In October of 2020, Steve Luckett came to the attention of law enforcement in Fayetteville after he was alleged by 5 minors of, let's just call it SA. The interesting thing was, these 5 children reported this abuse in Little Rock, which is almost 200 miles away from Fayetteville. Turns out that Luckett had spent some years in Little Rock committing some of the biggest vulgarities you can imagine. A 12-year-old victim of Luckett claimed that she had been his victim for 3 years. Not only was she SA'd, she was also recorded by Luckett. Another 14-year-old girl claimed that he tried to bribe her with $20 just so he could do the deed. Even though she refused, she found out that he took advantage of her while she was sleeping. After Homeland Security got involved, Luckett was brought in for interrogation on the 7th of October 2020. In these cases, where the evidence hangs more on statements rather than proof, only a confession can seal Luckett's fate. But there is one piece of evidence available: the video recordings. So before this detective arrested Luckett, he did get verbal consent to access his phone. But now you're about to see how much he squirms when the detective asks for Luckett's phone access.
All right, so I know when we were talking out there on the street, if you will, you told me I could look through your phone. I know you told me that there were some photographs on there, and you kind of explained the situation behind that. And I don't have any reason not to believe you at this point, but that's why I want to talk to you and figure out what exactly happened. So with that being said, do you still want to give me consent to look through your cell phone?
I don't know what's going to happen. Because I know how y'all didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I already know how that's going.
Well, let me ask you this. Is that the only thing we're going to find on there?
Well, I did download, like, porno movies, like, old time, like, 70s.
Yeah, nigga, we men, bro. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You watching porn, bro. You a man. We men. But that's not what this man is talking about, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, bro.
Porn.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Everybody watches porn, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're worried about?
That's it.
Okay.
That's the only thing that's on there.
Is there going to be any evidence of the text with the friends or anything?
There is none.
No? Okay.
I had talked to him a while ago.
Yeah.
And I asked him if he could do that for me. And he told me what to do, and what to push to get into the phone.
Yeah.
And so I went through it. And
Is it on her phone?
It was.
Okay.
She probably deleted them off of there, but
Okay.
she was sending sexting this dude, this boy, and then he was sending her pictures of his genitals and stuff like that. And I talked to her and I told her that she shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
If she wants to be with somebody, she needs to be with somebody that respects her.
Right.
Not somebody that's asking her and for pretty much trying to make her do that shit.
Right.
You know, like if you like somebody, you like them for who they are. You know?
Yeah, you don't demand pictures. I understand that. I mean, that sounds like you're being the best father you can on that. I mean, you're looking out for her.
To justify the content on his phone, he talks about how he caught his daughter or stepdaughter sending pictures to someone she likes, and that he has those pictures on his phone. And although the detective is claiming that he's quote-unquote just being a good father, it is sickening to have those pictures in the first place.
Bro, what the fuck? If your daughter, stepdaughter, or anything, bro, delete. First, you gotta bring the belt out for sure. Play your role as a father, and then beat the nigga ass who's getting those pictures, unless he's of age. Then that happens. You can't really control that. But if it's a grown, matter of fact, let's just watch, bro.
This cock and bull story will only get crazier once you hear how he, a father, checked her sexually active status. By the way, just as a quick reminder, if you enjoy this content, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It supports me more than you know. Now, back to the video.
And then I did check her to see if she had been sexually active.
Okay.
That's on my phone.
So when you say you checked her, what do you mean?
I looked at her.
Okay.
Like, I looked.
Okay. How did that go about?
I just was worried. I was talking to her on the bed for a while about the sexting and stuff like that, and I was like asking her, well, is she sexually active? Because they say a lot of things that makes me think that maybe that they are.
You're too mature, maybe?
Yeah. And I don't know. I just wanted to try and protect them.
No, I mean, to me, man, I'm a father too. Okay, I am. So I get when you're coming from. I get where you want to be a good father, and we've only been talking in here for a couple minutes now, but that's what I'm getting from you. I mean, or else you probably wouldn't be here wanting to talk to me, right? I mean, if you weren't a good father and you were doing something bad, then there's no reason to talk to me. But obviously there's some stuff that I need to clear up, and I need to get your side of the story, because right now I just have other people's side of the story, right? I wasn't there. You were there. Your wife was there. Kiddos were there. So I need your side. Okay. So, and we'll get back to the checking her and some other details here in a second, but with your phone, do you care if I go through it?
That's all that's on there.
Okay.
So I don't. Yeah, you got that.
Okay.
If you do a quick incognito search on how to check if someone is sexually active, you'll find out that the only way possible is by this radical method called telling someone. On more medical grounds, you can request a rape kit or get an OBGYN's professional checkup, but all in all, there's not a single article that supports checking yourself. You can see why he sounded so disappointed after giving such a graphic justification for the content on his phone, and normally, his phone's content should make this an open and shut case. However, according to the statements, some victims were not recorded.
I wanted to talk to her about the situation. I talked to her. We talked for hours, and then I said to her that I asked her if she's sexually active, like has she been having sex, and she said no, but certain things they say just make me believe that they are.
Yeah, so a teenager's gonna lie to their parents. Yeah, that's common.
Yeah, the way I went about doing that was wrong. And I know I just thought that I was doing the right thing, but I don't know. I don't think that was the right way. I just thought that I was trying to make sure that they were okay.
So walk me through what you did.
I just looked at her with my phone.
Okay.
I looked at her to make sure that she hadn't been.
What you mean, my boy?
That's
What you mean by that?
Say.
it's not like I didn't do anything else. It's like that.
So when you say you looked at her vagina?
It's
Okay. How did her pants come off?
like she took them.
Willingly? It's important that I know the truth. And it's important.
But yeah, she did. I was talking to her and I asked her if it's okay if I checked and stuff.
So you asked her, can I look at you to make sure that you're not sexually active? And she allowed you to look at her with a cell phone? Again, it's important that I know the details, man. And I'm listen, I'm not trying to make you into anything that you're not, okay? But hearing that back, you can see that something sounds off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did it really happen?
That's all I'm saying.
So she willingly took her pants off for you to look at her with a cell phone.
When I was in the room, we were talking. I was talking to her about the phone. Why is she doing this?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And so I asked her, is that like, could I look at her to see, you know what I'm saying? To see, well, you don't know what I'm saying. But I asked her can I look at her? And then I looked, but the only thing they said that I had my phone with me.
Why did you have your phone with you?
I was going to try and use that against her so she can calm down on this other stuff. But like I said, I brought it the wrong way.
So when you say you had your phone out, did you take a picture or a video? Vagina? Okay. And this is a separate picture than the one that you found on her cell phone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate your honesty. I do. And I know that's not easy to say, and I know that's painful to say. But
I know.
After he realizes that the detective has gotten more dirt on him, he finally accepts recording a different minor, not his daughter. It's possible to assume that the detective never needed his consent to go through his phone because he must have gotten a search warrant already. But to make sure the detective wins the power balance in the room, he will continue picking out inconsistencies in his story till he has no choice but to confess.
so on your phone, just so I'm clear, because again, I don't want to put words in your mouth or say things that you didn't tell me, there would be pictures that she took, that you took from her phone and now have on your phone. But there will also be pictures and a video of her that you took.
And checking.
Okay. And just so I'm clear, when you say checking, do you mean only visually? Was there any chance that there was anything more than visual?
I just looked.
Okay, so were you actually physically touching?
Yeah, like this with my hand.
And are you talking about her vagina?
Yeah,
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
That's,
What was she doing during this?
she was laying on the bed.
Okay.
And I asked her, are you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
And like, And I asked her, are you okay?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
So would there be any chance that she would have said that you did something else that day?
Now, in this situation, any sane person would just die of shame in describing this method of checking. But he, without a break in his voice, describes it like it's a common thing. This itself is a psychological trait of predators, that they find such heinous details normal. On top of that, the detective poses the situation as a way to make him feel more guilty by talking about how long he's kept those pictures, which completely destroyed his made-up story. Now all the detective has to do is apply just enough pressure to get him to finally reveal the truth.
Listen, I don't think of you as a bad guy. Okay? I really don't. And I don't think of you as a bad father. I think a lot of what you said is you say how you were brought up, how you did things, how your parents did things. I don't know your entire life story, but I do know, right? This is something that you wanted her to do. This is something you encouraged her to do. But is this anything that you stopped her from doing? And again, it's important to be honest, okay? One time's a mistake. Anytime after that, it's tough to justify it, right? So, how many times?
I don't know exact number, but she has been a lot.
And you didn't do anything to stop it? Listen, I'm not. It's easy to think what you think I'm thinking, but that's not the case, okay? If this is true, if she did that once, if she started grinding on you, it would be tough for anybody to stop. I mean, I get it.
Hell no, nigga. Just start grinding on me, but I'm pushing your ass out the way. You're not about to put no case on me. It's not hard for anybody to stop anything, bro. I don't care what no nigga says, bro. If an underage female, bro, come talks to a nigga, same type of provocative, however you say that, being provocative, you know, trying to get something out of it. If a jit comes talks to me, and I know the age I am, and she's underage, it's easy for me to stop anything. Even if you are of age, if I don't feel like doing anything, I'm not doing it. So if a jit comes and grinds on me, y'all think I'm gonna just take that? That's cap. I understand, you know, my boy right here, he just doing his job. He trying to make this man feel more comfortable. But bro, if anybody is grinding on you, that's an excuse. This is not no strip club, bro. Just like in the strip club, you can leave. If this female's not doing it right, you go to somebody else. Like, bro, it's not what? This shit is crazy, bro. I don't know what's going on in this generation no more, bro. It's like all my men, bro. Why are we not holding our willpower, our, you know, our masculinity, bro? Like, come on, man. Vagina should not run anybody, bro. It should be your morals. It should be what you stand for. It should be what you want to do. It should be your family. Things of that nature, bro. But having vagina run you?
Get it? We're all men, right? But
No.
then explain to me why you wouldn't stop her from doing that. Like I said, if one...
Tell him that bitch, fuck up off me, nigga. Fuck you think this is? We're all men. He lost me there. I'm not gonna cap.
Sometimes a mistake, I get that. But for you to let it continue? So, how many times do you think you let it continue?
She has done that several times.
Okay. Have you encouraged her to do that? Have you ever enticed her to do that?
I've never forced her to do that.
So you're saying that every time she's touched your penis,
Every time she's came into my room when I was asleep or maybe I would go back there and check on them, and she'd say, I'm sleeping. Maybe not tonight. And sometimes I would say, sure, but sometimes I will.
So when you say sure, or you would let her sleep in the bed with you, would you expect some sort of sexual contact with her? But every time that she did sleep in the bed with you, did you have sexual contact with her?
Sometimes she did.
Okay.
Sometimes, yeah.
But just so
Yeah, I realized something reacting to these videos. I realized the person always puts blame on the suspect, especially when they're underage. Like, oh, she did it. She came on to me. She wanted it. This and that. Even if that is the case, hypothetically speaking, an underage woman at 12, 15, underage, under the age of 18. And I think 18 be even pushing it sometimes, bro. But under the age of 18, most women, bro, are not even like fully developed, fully into their grasp of what sex is, bro. They just watch these movies. They probably seen some clips on Twitter or anything like that, and then they just think. And sometimes they even have a background where, sadly, they were just abused. So they think that that shit is okay. So you being a man, bro, you should not feel like, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to get something out of this, even though she's young. Like, that shit makes no sense, bro. I don't get why. And I'm saying this because all of these reactions I've seen so far, bro, it's always the men saying, oh, she did it, she wanted it, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Like, bro, take accountability for your shit, my boy.
clear, you never asked her to. Not even one time.
No, sir, I never asked her.
So, as a 10, 11, 12-year-old, she came to you asking for sexual contact. Do you see how that's not impossible for me to believe, but it's not easy for me to believe? I want to think that at some point you did ask her. Because I think you did. Because if at one point she's letting you do it, it would be easy to go back and ask her to do it. Wouldn't you agree?
And no, sir, I did not ever ask her to do it.
Do you think that there's a difference between asking her to do it versus she does it and you don't tell her to stop? In your eyes, do you feel like there's a difference?
Every time I would talk to her, and I would tell her why it's wrong, and why that's not a good thing. And I would tell her, I'm a grown man. You're a child. You're not supposed to do that. This is wrong. I would tell her that every time.
But she would keep going?
No, I wouldn't go past that point every time I talked to her.
Okay. But there were times where you didn't talk to her and you let her continue.
I talked to her every single time.
Yeah, but you just told me that she would touch your penis several times.
Yes,
and you would talk to her, but you never stopped her. You see where I'm
when I was asleep, okay, I wake up and she's there, and then when you sleep, you sleep.
I agree.
I mean,
yeah,
and then she come in, and then I wake up to her being behind me or in front of me, and then that would be happening to where she's touching me, and I'm trying to, and I wake up and you're right, I should.
So when you woke up, what happened? When you woke up, what happened?
There's a lot of things I should do different.
Okay. And I respect that. And hindsight's always easy to look back on. But when you say you would do things differently, what did you actually do? When you woke up and you saw her touching you, what did you do?
I said stuff.
I hear you. I do. But what did you do? You should have stopped it, is what you're saying. But what did you do? Instead of stopping it, what did you do?
I didn't stop.
So she continued to touch your penis?
I didn't expect to stop it to where she would stop into the room doing that.
Okay. But every time that she would touch your penis, did she continue to do that? Or as soon as you woke up and you saw her, you would stop her?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do.
And so when you say sometimes you didn't, what does that mean?
So, it means that sometimes I can stop her. Sometimes I.
And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, man, and I'm not trying to. Well, I'm not there, man. I want to know what happened because it doesn't sound like this is your fault entirely. Okay, if it's true where some stuff happened where it led you into this and you gave into temptation, I can understand that. But
Bro, that's no type of temptation, bro. Nothing would tempt me to do anything that crazy, bro. With anybody under that age, bro. This is...
I've got two options right now, okay? Because we've been talking for quite a while now, and you've given me nothing but genuine, heartfelt discussion. Would you agree with that? So I've got two options. I've got some guy that gave into temptation several times and couldn't resist what was happening, which we've all been there. We all understand what happens. On the other hand, I've got a monster that preys on children and wants to hurt children and targets children exactly. You know what I mean? I don't think you're this one, man. I don't think you're a monster. I don't think you want to hurt children. I think you gave into temptation. And I think you gave into temptation more than one time. Would you agree with that? Because if you're not this guy, then I have to believe that you're this guy. Because I don't think there's anyone else around it. Would you agree? And again, I don't think you're this guy. I don't think you're a monster, and I don't think you're that guy. But if you're not telling me that you gave into the temptation, and you're not telling me that, okay, it happened and I didn't stop it, then I have to believe this guy. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not who I am.
I know. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. But giving into temptation once, twice, 3 times, would you agree that that was the right thing to do?
No.
Would you say that what you did was illegal? Yeah. Is there anything else that you were being honest and open with each other? Again, when we're giving into temptation, when we're in that moment, when things are heating up, if you will, it could lead to other things. And I need to know everything because this is where we get it out. This is where we talk about what happened. Because after this, I can't guarantee you that I'm going to talk to you again. If there's something that you need to tell me what else would have happened, then I need to know. Any other sexual contact?
She was taking her clothes off several times.
These 10 minutes should be the case study for the infamous Reed technique and its effectiveness. This detective has set the theme that it was temptation that got to him, overcame his objections, retained the suspect's attention by adjusting himself in an upright position, and lastly, presented the alternatives, one demonstrating Luckett's guilt, and the other logical option. The detective has Luckett's attention and focus. Now he just needs his confession.
Several times, she was on there. I forced her to do none of that.
Okay. Again, you don't strike me as the guy that would force anybody to do anything.
I don't force her to take her clothes off. She was taking her clothes off. When she was laying in bed with me several times. She was down on me.
Yeah.
Several times.
How does that make you feel?
And she feel fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I'm all fucked up. Like,
But we didn't stop it, right? That's what you're telling me.
Play victim, nigga. Don't play
So what
victim.
happens after that? What happens after that? She takes her clothes off, she runs it. It's important that we get everything out. It is. I think there's more to it. I think there's more that happened.
what do you mean?
I think there's more to it. I don't think when she's grinding on you or she's touching your penis or whatever it is that it stops there. Okay? I think it progresses into some other stuff.
Like, you mean, what do you mean? Like,
Like, I think,
Man, you know what he means, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Maybe
Come
you
on,
return the favor to her. Did you ever touch her?
Like, touch
In
her.
her vagina? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. Like,
Again, giving into temptation. Giving into temptation is something different than being a predator. I don't think you're a predator, Stephen. I don't. I think you give into temptation. And I think you gave into temptation. And I think that you did touch her. Would you agree with that? Okay, as in you agree with me? Okay. So when you say you touched her private area, what does that mean?
I guess so. I guess I just touched her. Yeah. So,
Did you ever rub on her? Like, did you ever rub on her vagina?
you mean like, I just, like, rub like
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Did you ever
This
place your...
is what they're saying that I do.
Well, that's what you're saying you did. Right? Am I wrong? Are you not saying that you did these things?
It's not the way it happened though.
I'm not arguing that she came on to you. I'm not.
She's a kid.
I know. But she obviously knows what she's doing, right? Right? But is she wrong if she said those things happened?
So I promise you, it's not the way I do not. That's not the way it happened.
I don't think if you're worried about me thinking you forced somebody down or held a gun to somebody's head, I don't think that's you, Stephen. I don't think you did that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I didn't. That's it.
So did you ever take it any further? Did you ever put your fingers inside of her?
No, sir.
Not even in a little bit of time while you're down there.
I never put any of my fingers in. I'm not even sure how they're saying that I rubbed on her.
Well, you're telling me you rubbed on her. You told me that.
But you're saying it, so it has to be what they're saying.
It may be, but are you not saying the same thing? I mean, you're sitting here and telling me that she took her clothes off, she ratted on you, she touched your penis, you didn't stop her.
You see, she did everything. She took her clothes off. She grinded on the man. She touched the man's dingling. She. He didn't initiate anything. Come on, bro. You're a grown-ass man. Did she have a gun to your head, bro? Did she have a machete to your neck telling you, but she gonna chop your neck off, bro, if you don't do this and that to her?
You touched her vagina. You didn't stop her. She didn't stop you. Are those not your words?
That's what
Okay. Are they true? Or are you just saying what you think they're saying? Because this is your chance to tell me what happened. Okay. So is it true? Did this happen? Okay. I appreciate the honesty. But I don't want to, maybe I should have said this in the beginning. I don't want to hear what you think I want to hear, and I don't want to hear what you think they said. I want to hear what happened. My job is to find the truth, okay? That's why they call me an investigator, okay? I want to find the truth, not stuff that you think people said or things that will make me happy or solving. I want to find the truth. If you didn't do these things, then I need to know that. But you told me you did do things, yeah?
Everything that I just said, simply because I already know.
So, is there anything else I need to know now that we're being honest with each other? Now that we're getting it all out on the table? Is there anything else? Because this is it, man. This is it. I can't guarantee you that I'm going to talk to you again. Okay?
I know I'm going to jail. So, there's, what else is there?
The truth. Anything else? Because this, if nothing else, is your chance to tell the story, right? If there's something else that happened in any of these houses that I need to know about or that any of the kids might have said, I need to know.
About
about your sexual contact with any other kids?
Like, what do you mean? Like, I just told you.
So is your only sexual contact?
Yeah.
You said that you would rub on her vagina, but you never. The legal term is digitally penetrated, but you never put your fingers inside of it.
No,
Not even by accident.
no, sir.
Is there any reason why she would tell you that you did?
I've never done that.
But is there a reason why she would say that?
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay.
And I didn't. When I say rub, I like. It's kind of hard to explain because I know how this looks. I know what I mean.
But you're not arguing that you didn't touch her vagina, right? We might just have a different definition of the word rub. Maybe I'm not being clear. I'm not.
Shit, there's only one type of rub I know, bro. I ain't trying to get too graphic. This is not the time for that shit, but come on, we all grown here. If you're not grown, I'm pretty sure you know about sex. Come
I'm
on.
asking if you
Come on, man.
were like
Come on.
trying to
Come on, man.
masturbate with her or masturbate her at this time. I'm just asking if you touched her vagina and you knew you touched her vagina.
Yeah, I said to her, while she was in bed, with her clothes on, I'm like, I told her stop, like stop,
On her vagina.
like her above, like right.
But you just a second ago told me that you rubbed on her
Because I
vagina.
don't know what they're saying. I guess.
Like, it doesn't matter what they're saying. This is us talking, okay? You were there. I wasn't there, okay? So if you say that you rubbed on her vagina, but you didn't, that's
pretty much the same thing. If I touched that area,
Yeah.
that's pretty much a rub. So I mean,
but you were aware that it was her private area, right? Okay. Of all the places, why did you touch her?
Right, because she was naked in the bed with me, and I can't explain how I tell her all the time, like you can't keep doing this, like it's wrong. And I even started praying with her about it, like we would pray together about that, like over and over and over again, like all the time, like
Man, don't bring God into this, bro. Don't bring God into this. Don't bring God, don't bring prayer, don't bring none of that into this, bro. Please, don't do that.
But sometimes it continued, right? Like sometimes, yeah, you talk to her about it, and yes, you would have discussions with her. But sometimes she would touch you, or you would touch her, and
some weeks she would come back again, like it would be an ongoing thing that I was trying to fight. Like
but sometimes you didn't, but sometimes you couldn't, right? Yeah. I appreciate your honesty. I know it's not easy. I know it's not, and I know that there's a lot of things going through your head right now.
So I'm going to tell.
Well, I don't know that, because here's the problem. And let me ask you real quick before we end right now. Have you touched, or has she touched you any way like this while you've been in Fayetteville? While you've been in the new house in Fayetteville?
No, sir.
Has she come into your room at all while you've been in Fayetteville?
No, sir.
Have you had any sexual contact with any of your kids while you're in Fayetteville?
No, sir.
Okay. So all of the sexual contact happened in Little Rock, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cap.
Let me ask you one more question, and again, it's important that we know the truth, and it's important that we get to the bottom of everything, right? Is there any reason why any other kid would say that you tried to put your penis inside of her? Is there any reason why they would have said that?
Oh.
No.
No? Did you ever attempt to put your penis inside?
Why are you?
Because put yourself in my shoes, man. You got somebody who's, being open and honest and telling me their mistakes and saying nothing. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, but I gave into temptation. I gave into these things, and I let her touch me, and I touched her. And how it could lead to other things. And that's why I need to know if it led to other things.
I never actually tried to put my penis and stuff.
Yeah. Is there any reason why any of the children would have said that you tried to put your penis inside of them?
There's no reason why any of the kids would have said that I tried to put my penis inside.
Okay. I got to ask, right?
What's going on, man? Like, I don't understand. Like, one minute we're in the middle of like way down on our luck.
Mm-hmm.
The next minute, I get this joke. I bring my whole family up here, and we're here. Like,
but you've already told me that mistakes were made, and you knew that these mistakes that were being made were illegal, right? So it's not really.
He said he brung his whole family. This man has a family, bro. He has a wife, a daughter, and all that. Oh yeah, because this was with his daughter or stepdaughter. I wonder how his wife feels about this, bro. I know she's devastated. This right here, bro. This is crazy, bro. This is just crazy, bro.
Super hard to figure out why we're here, right? Would you agree? I'm going to step out real quick and figure out what we need to do from here. Do you have any questions for me? Right now? Well, we're going to talk about that, but do you need any water or anything? I'll bring it down. We've been talking for an hour. I need some water. That one. Okay. Well, I appreciate the honesty. I really do.
The detective realizes that he's only going to crack once there's concrete evidence that'll break this case. So, after Luckett is given a 10-minute breather, the detective returns with Luckett's phone and goes through all the gruesome pictures and videos. After scrolling through his downloaded and camera-recorded content, the detective has no choice but to charge him for possession of, let's just call it CP, plus a dozen other charges. Normally, under U.S. sentencing statutes, Luckett should be facing life, but he was given a plea deal that dropped the CP charges. The fact that this monster will be out in 30 years sounds like injustice, considering that it was 5 different minor victims who bravely spoke about such horrific acts of this monster. Which is why we'd like to hear your thoughts on this predator sentence in the comments down below. And if you like the video, then be sure to subscribe so that we can keep bringing you such crime-related videos. Now, if you think...
This was crazy, bro. Just like my boy said, I'm going to drop this original video in the description. Let me know, do y'all think this was justifiable? 30 years, I feel like that's not enough. But 30 years with the sentence that he got, depending on what prison he go to, bro, there's no way, bro, they gonna let that, he's not gonna have peace in prison, bro. From what I've known, bro, any man, bro, that goes to a certain type of prison, I think if this is in Chicago, Fayetteville, North Carolina. I don't know about North Carolina. Shit, I'm a Florida boy, so I don't know how North Carolina, I don't know how they get down in North Carolina. But most prisons, they don't accept this type of activity. You know, most people, they probably in there for, you know, random shit. Even if you murdered somebody, even murderers, bro, they don't go for this type of activity. So there's no evidence or strong case that this man will have a fun time in prison. There's no way his time is gonna be peaches and cream. Like, nah, bro. He's gonna have a hard time. And when he gets out, he's gonna have an even harder time. If he even gets out. To be honest with y'all, this nigga could die in prison, bro. That's five kids, 5 children that you just messed up their childhood. You took away their innocence. You did something that they will personally feel a victim to. It'll stay in the back of their head. They'll never forget it. They'll have that that guilt with them, like they're in the wrong, when in reality they were just pressured. And even if they weren't pressured, bro, you are old enough to know you shouldn't be doing this with no kid. This was just ridiculous, dog. Y'all let me know again in the comments how y'all feel about this case. Y'all feel that 30 years is justifiable? Do y'all feel like, you know, this man deserves 30 years of life? Let me know in the comments. Again, I appreciate all you, my beautiful people. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. If you made it to the end, thank you. Please remember, y'all, I have another channel as well, my main channel. It's just Siddha Kane. It's somewhere here. It's in the description. Y'all check it out too. If y'all like gaming, y'all like music, y'all like IRL content, check out my other channel too. But this is the reaction channel. This is where we react to cases like this. This is where we go deep into the rabbit hole into these type of videos. You get a lot of content like this on my channel. You get a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of dark videos, I should say. But again, I appreciate you all, my beautiful people, for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a beautiful night, a beautiful day, a beautiful evening. And again, thank you, beautiful people. Peace out.